How can I improve my casting technique in fishing? If you're looking to improve your casting technique in fishing, you're on the right path to catching more fish and enjoying your time on the water more. Let's break down the key steps to help you become a better caster. First, it's crucial to choose the right casting method for your situation. There are several common techniques: overhead, sidearm, backhand, and slingshot. The overhead cast is the most common and works well in open areas, but it can leave you vulnerable to overhead branches. The sidearm cast is ideal when you need to cast under low-hanging branches or obstacles, while the backhand cast helps you avoid water-level obstacles. The slingshot cast is more tricky but great for hitting tight spots like under docks or very low-hanging branches. Your grip is also very important. Hold your rod with your casting hand where the rod and reel meet, and place your index finger on the front of the reel with the rest of your fingers wrapped behind it. This grip helps keep everything steady when you cast. Proper line setup is essential. Fill your spool until there's about 1/8 of an inch remaining between the spooled line and the outer edge of the spool. For spinning reels, the line should come off in a counterclockwise direction, and for bait casting reels, the line should come off with the sticker side facing up. This prevents the line from twisting and tangling. When casting, use your wrist rather than your arm and shoulder. For an overhead cast, imagine standing in the middle of a clock with your target in front of you. Raise the rod straight up, move it sharply back to the 10 o'clock position, and then whip it forward, releasing the lure at about 11 o'clock. Follow through with rod movement to control the cast. For sidearm casts, hold the rod parallel to the water and move it sharply to the opposite side before whipping it forward to release the lure. Underhand casts involve holding the rod at waist level, parallel to the water, and making a half-circle motion with the rod tip to release the lure. In windy weather, put tension on the line just before the lure touches down to straighten out the line and prevent it from blowing across obstructions. Also, learn to cast with a low trajectory using techniques like flipping, pitching, sidearm, and underhand casting. Practice is key. Find an open water source or a grassy area to practice your casts. Avoid obstacles and potential snags. For bait casters, practicing into hoops or other targets on the ground can help you gain accuracy. Play with different distances and techniques to gain control over your cast. Finally, make sure to use a quality rod and reel matched to the weight of your lure. Rods with a stiff blank but a relatively fast tip are easier to cast than extremely stiff or uniformly limber rods. Lower the lure a few inches below the rod tip before casting to give extra momentum, and load the rod tip by bending it backward on the back cast before whipping it forward smoothly. By following these tips and practicing regularly, you'll improve your casting technique and become a more proficient angler, ready to tackle various fishing conditions and catch more fish.